everybody? This is Ron's Derby Shop. Got another car to show you here. It's a freebie. Can't complain on that one. But as you guys can tell, it's our first Lincoln on the channel. Besides the 77 or whatever my brother ran and I ran years ago. But this is the first. It's a 98. And this thing is clean. I mean, besides a little bit of dirt, the frame is amazing on this thing. 52 original 1,000 miles on this car. And the tree fell on it. Fixed the roof, but it was bowed in pretty bad right there, you can see. But pushed the roof back up, and we'll put a little window bar in there. I'm going to dish this. But kind of want to give you guys a little update video. I'm going to show you how I do everything. I know a lot of people were asking on like how I wire everything up. I did one video a long time ago, so I'm going to redo it and actually use new wire, rewire everything completely. That way I know I don't have no problems. Now I got this for free, just a shell, body frame. I'm putting some suspension on now that I had laying around. Missing this side and the springs, which I have all that in the other car. I'm going to try and use 1994 Crown Vic. I think I might even use the spindles and everything off the other car and put everything on here. But for now, I might just put this on to move it. And I got to get a rear end under it. I got my 8.8 I'm going to put under it. Eventually, we're going to get a 9. I have one, but it's under another vehicle right now. I really don't feel like tearing it out just to put it in this. I have spare axles, so if I break one, I break one. But this is we're going to put the LS in here. Mount the bumpers and stuff like that, but I want to change the body bolts out because we're allowed, with our rules, we're allowed body bolts, so we're going to do body bolts on this thing. I'll put the cage in now, I'll put all the doors back on, and I gotta find another hood over there because Lincoln likes to put that aluminum hood on. So if anybody knows that, I don't know if that's any kind of a special. I noticed on this, compared to the Crown Victorias and Mercury's, the frames are welded a lot better. I don't know if it's just a Lincoln thing, being a luxury car, but I mean, look how nice that's welded. Now you look at a Crown Vic, it looks like, well, somebody that doesn't know how to weld. But try getting the steering back on too. Like I said, probably pick the body up and get the body bolts in, put my washers in the bottom of the frame and on top here in the body. And these 9802s you gotta take and they have like a I guess like a pre-welded nut. You have to break them off so you can put a bigger bolt in. But these style, you can see, look how clean them body bolts are to come out. That's crazy. So I seen this car and I was like, I really want this. And so we got the okay to run it and bring it back. You can't beat that these days. You know what these things go for. And honestly, I mean, what surprised me is, I mean, look how black it is. Sorry, covered the camera there. Let me get a flashlight and show you guys. It's crazy. It blows my mind that 1998 only had 52,000 miles. Show you underneath what else we got. A little bit of surface, but nothing major. The body has no rot. Look at the rockers. The rockers in this thing are solid. The body has no rust inside. All that is dirt. Trunk floor ain't even rusted. This is like the worst rust of the whole frame right here. And that's just from sitting outside. But take a look at the frame on that thing. It's a shame for somebody. This would be a hell of a car for like a batch car. Or, I mean, look at the top of the box there. Not even an ounce of rust. And the best thing too, them holes there, normally they're full of, if you ever go to buy a Crown Vic, You stick your finger in the back of the box here, right there, and that hole when it's full of shit, it's 9 chances out of 10 your rail's rotted in here. Might not look like it from the outside, but trust me. And you can see this one, if you can see that one from over there, and a little bit of dirt in there, and that's it. It's not rust, nothing like that. But I had to show you guys this frame. This is just, I can't believe it. So hopefully it makes a good car, you know what I mean? Depends on the driver, more than likely. So hopefully we can wheel the hell out of it and have some fun and put a show on. But if you guys have any input on how to set the back into these up, I'm going to set it up like I do my Crown Vics, but I noticed when people run Lincolns, they have a lot more structure in the speaker deck and inside here. You can see on a Crown Vic there's like one little piece that comes up. This has a full piece. So I normally double notch. I notch about right here and then right before the humps. So I don't know, maybe if I should make like a relief cut here in the body or just put an extra body bolt in there and just hope it bends well and run it once, see what it does. But if any of you ran any 9802s or even newer Lincolns, maybe comment down below, let me know what you think. I mean, I'm open to try anything, but I also don't want to not put my notches in and not have it bend correctly. Like, I'm still going to do that. And I'm not going to do nothing with these. The only thing I might do is cut it back a little bit and bend it in. I bent these up and it makes it too strong and it doesn't leave it bend. So that's another thing. I might even end up putting like some slices in there where I want it to bend. That way it has a little bit of room to, you know, bend up. Because I know the bodies of these things are way stronger than a Crown Vic. So I seen a 95 ran, I think it was 95 or 94. And it bent in good. It rolled up perfect and everything, but it started packing into the tires. Now, that's another option too. I think I'm gonna cut and fold these up a little bit. I'm running 23-inch skid tires, but every time I run a car right after about the first run's usually okay. The second run, even though I bend these up out of the way a little bit, it still comes into the tire. So, I mean, you're gonna have that, but I'm just trying to prevent as much as I can, because you guys know as well as I do, nothing's getting cheap anymore. Everything keeps going up, but hey, you gotta pay to play, right? So, yeah, the car was actually on the road here not too long ago. But yeah, it's a, like I said, 98 town car, the 3.1, it's hard to read. It wore off, wish I could have showed you guys, but yeah, it's 52K on this thing. But, that's pretty much it on the car wise. Let you guys in on, right there's the old LS, and we have the other one sitting there. This is the 6 liter. We're putting the 6 liter in the Lincoln this year. Got it running on the stand, fired it up there. I'll start it up for you guys and do a separate video. So stay tuned for that. Nothing crazy, just going to start it up and let it run, maybe a couple of revs, not too much since it's on the end of the stand. You got to watch these things. But eventually, like, when I do get one, this one I'm borrowing. Well, not borrowing, I use it. But I'd like to run some legs up to there, maybe even like kind of cage it in and maybe bolt it to the actual motor mount for the LS or whatever, you know. That way then you can actually run it on there and have the battery and all that stuff. Just that way if I ever get an engine, like say this one, say I bought this one, I can throw it up on there and check it, you know, make sure it runs good, sounds good, because they're very simple to wire up as a, you know what I mean, as with the MSD box. So that's the other thing I'm going to show you guys. A lot of people been asking, the box looks like crap, it's holy shit, but wondering how to wire these. These are simple. I mean, it's mainly just plug in positive, negative, grounds, and she'll fire up. You can fire any LS engine right there in the truck. You just have to set the intake carb, you know, hook into the coils and all that. I'll show you all that in another video. But, yeah, well, I guess that's it. I'm going to do some more putting together here today, and got to go get my tank refilled for my welder. That way I'm going to get the cage in and stuff like that. And once I get the cage in, then start putting like the seats and all that stuff in. Now my bar up front here, that'll have the steering column on it. I don't run a aftermarket, which I should, but they're expensive, and I've never had a problem with the stock one. I just make sure that I have a good steering shaft that comes up through there so it has movement. And I've had cars bend sky high and they still, steer. Didn't have no problem. Never lost steering. So the only thing is they cut that one, which sucks because that's in really good shape. But I'm just gonna unbolt it and I'll put I have an intermediate shaft that goes down there, which I might even have to get one of them, but I can get one at the yard. Once I figure then we'll do maybe a video. I don't know if I'll do one on the cage. You guys, kind of boring. My cages aren't the greatest, but I mean, they're safe. But I'm going to try and do a better cage. I want to do post to post 4-point cage and then do a tank protector. So I'm going to look up some videos on the tank protectors and try and, we're allowed tying it in back air to the floor. I got to double check our new rules. But I'll do the cage and get the tank protector started, and we're allowed bolting it to the floor, but not the package tray. So it'd be nice if we were. But like I said, I'm gonna put my bars in, get that in, tank and stuff. It's all floating. Once we get that in, then I get the body bolts in. Then we'll start doing. I gotta get the rear end in too. Then I want to start doing the engine, getting the engine in. Now the bad thing, I gotta wait on the transmission. It's gotta be sent off. So once we're done with that, get that back. We'll put the tranny in. Drive shaft I have over there. I just gotta put the yoke on it. I think pretty sure it's already drilled and tapped. So just bolt that together and then. But if you guys, any other videos you want to know on this thing, or if you want to see me do something, or don't feel free to ask questions. That way I know to make a video. It helps everybody out, not just me. But there's some things. We got new derby drivers coming in all the time, youth drivers. So a lot of times they're looking for videos to learn. So anything really helps. So like I said, just if you guys have any input on these Lincolns, let me know. If not, I'm going to do my research, go on Weed Crash, check all that out, talk to some derby guys, and go from there. But I do, now, after this car is done, I think I'm going to venture the route of the 03 and ups. I like this one, but what I like about the 03 and ups, you can find the videos on YouTube where they show the frame. I want the one-piece frame. Them cars seem to hold up a lot better. Same bodies, but different. The frame's like just one solid piece rather than two pieces of, like, say, call it C-channel, which it's a two-section frame that they weld together on these, which they hold up good, but as well as I do. They pucker in here and they blow there. I very rarely see them bend up front, but I've seen it done before. Now I'm talking stock class. I know when you get into your weld class, and so, I can't really say ours is stock. Ours is like a limited weld, I guess. But, like the full weld and stuff, they can bend up front. But, I'm talking stock, so we all know where these bend, and they bend back beyond the crush box. So I'm hoping with this one being clean, it ain't going to bend as quick. But I'm pretty sure we'll still bend it with the LS. We'll have some fun. I don't mind destroying the car, just hope we don't destroy a transmission this year, or motor or anything like that, because it's getting expensive. But I still ain't going to stop doing it just because it's expensive. It's something I love to do, and everybody else loves to watch and do also, so. But, alright, that should be it. I got core support and fender over there, which I did notice too. Core support's a little different on the Lincolns compared to the Vicks. Obviously there's more stuff put on it, but you got 3 mounting holes compared to 2 on the Vicks. It seems like this is a little bit more beefier, but these are good core. I like these core supports. They're tough compared to the 03 and newer. I wish they would have done a full core support instead of that floating crap where you just have the top. They bend. Really, it's just core support, but it's nice to have a little more structure. But alright, well, I'm going to hop off here. I am going to finish the suspension up today and whatever else I decide to get into. And like I said, let me know if you guys want any other videos. The motor video is going to be coming possibly tomorrow, maybe next weekend, I'm not sure. And then what else? And then, like I said, I'll just do some build videos, so give me some time here. I gotta get, welder refilled, torches refilled, and once we get that and start moving and get more work done, I'll turn the camera on and we'll get you guys some videos and get you some content, and then we'll get this thing up and running, and brakes and all that, and we'll take it for a rip in the field here after the weather breaks a little bit, because it's a little swampy now. But alright guys, see you at the next one. Any questions, comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and catch you at the next one.